What's going on, guys? Khalil here. I'm bringing you guys another segment of that thing that I was talking about earlier. Something like beating the format, I think. Yeah, I apologize for not posting videos. I haven't been playing much lately. School, work, all this other crap. I mean, you've heard it before. It's really is kind of hard, man. But, as you guys know, YCS Columbus is up, I think it's Columbus, but YCS, the one in Ohio, is out. And Darkworlds just came out, so I'm pretty sure, I'm really strong believer that Darkworlds are gonna top. I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna see at least one deck in the top 32. But it's a good deck. It's pretty strong. It's consistent, which is really it has a lot of outs to a lot of different situations, and it's really hyped right now. For this, I'm gonna be talking about cards you can play or that you should be playing to beat them. I wouldn't suggest playing all these cards. Um, some of these cards won't help you in every deck or certain decks. Like certain decks can't play some of these cards, but one of all these cards can be played to help with the Dark World problem that's going on. Of course, I don't play tier decks really, so my perspective is how to beat the best decks. Dark Worlds are going to be one of the best decks, so here's some advice that you can take from me. Take it or leave it, but let's get started. So first off, Blacklister Soldier. um, Caius, cards like these, basic removal. This is mainly for your Grapha. When they get Grapha out and you remove it from play from the field, it's really gonna hurt them. So yeah, cards removal. Stun, such as Vanity's Fiend, Christia comes into that for agent players. Um, Stopping them from special summoning will shut that deck down, pretty much. Problem with that is that Grapha can't get over it if they have like a Dark World Dealings or something. If they have an outlet to discard Grapha, they're gonna get rid of this very easily. So be prepared to face Grapha, even if you do stun for a little bit. Okay. Next up, very good card against them would be Kaiku. Kaiku not only shuts down their remove from plays, like their field spell, it shuts down, um, shuts down a bunch of things, but they can't use their field spell with this. So Kaiku's really good, and it's also good for poking. When like a good play I use is smashing, attack, remove their Grapha, and remove something else. So very strong card. DD Crow, you guys should be playing 2 DD Crows, at least one, but I think 2 is really strong. Um, the main thing with this is when they summon a monster and they have Grapha in the grave, DD Crow as a chain to his that monster summoning, because obviously summoning Grapha, bouncing a card back to their hand and summoning Grapha is not a cost, it's a summoning condition. So yeah. And more removal, Banisher. Banisher also ties in with Macrocosmos and Defissures. Glad players, 6-Sam players, they can get away with playing cards like these. Not every deck can play them, but if you can play them, it really shuts them down. So, yeah. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Mainly because it's a good beater. I mean, it's a good wall, and it basically gets rid of their field spell. So, I mean, I guess it should go without saying, but I figure I'd mention it for players that dropped Ancient Fairy. Ancient Fairy is going to be good against Dark World. It's going to give you a turn stall for even Grapha pumped up. It can't get over Ancient Fairy, so yeah. Traps you should be playing, Debunk. Debunk is very strong against this deck. I would definitely side 1 or 2, but Debunk is definitely good because it's, I mean, everything basically, this gets everything in the deck. When they discard Grapha, when they discard Brow, Debunk shuts them down, so definitely think about playing this card. And 2 bottomless trap holes. This goes without saying. When they normal summon, I think it's Snow. When they summon Snow, bottomless it. When they summon Grapha, bottomless it. Removal is the strongest, is your best friend against Dark Worlds. But I'm gonna go right over it real quick again, because this also, besides Dark Worlds, I consider plants and agents to be the best decks. So bottomlesses are good against agents. So yeah, so you have bottomless against Darkworlds and agents. Debunks are good against all three matchups: plants, Darkworlds, and agents. More so on Darkworlds and plants, but they do help against agents too. Ancient Fairy, I mean Darkworlds, I mean you guys really should be playing this anyways. So yeah. This card also shuts down all three decks to an extent. Plants do have outs to it. Even I guess even agents, but this will definitely slow down agents. Two Crows, also very good against your top three decks, in my opinion. Kaiku is probably the best card against all three of those matchups again. So it's really easy. All these cards are very good, not only because your stun cards, not only because they are good against just 1, 2, or 3. They're good. I mean, they're good against all three of the top decks. So yeah, and your basic removal. Removal is pretty much the theme of this video. Side your removals in games 2 and 3. Main deck some of them. You should be making that main decking like those cards like that. But that's life lessons for you today. And real quick, 2 cards I forgot to mention. Gemini Imps. This card is not very good against decks other than Darkworlds, and same goes for Skullmeister. Skullmeister's alright. I guess for Gemini Imps, really it's just Darkworlds and Gravekeepers. But that's just some tips for you guys. I would definitely think about siding those two if you're not maining it. 1 or 2 of those. Bottomless is, I think it's time for Bottomless to come back into the format. It was not played last format at all, but I do feel like it's necessary again. Debunks, you definitely should be siding at least 2, I think. But that's all I have for you guys right now. So until next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and peace out, guys.